switch that to the live chat. We're just gonna make some leggy frogs. Actually, I can probably scoot you like that. Alright. And plug you in so you don't die. There we go. Sorry. Someone just messaged me out of the blue. That's cool. But yeah, we're gonna be making leggy frogs today. We need to vote on what colors though, because these are the options that we have. We've got enough yellow to maybe make 2. We've got enough purple for at least 2. We got this bit of purple too, so maybe we'd even have enough for 3 or 4 purple. We have maybe enough green for 1 more. Hello! Nice to see you again! Welcome back! Pretty sure you've been here before. I'm so bad with names, so if I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure I remember your name. And then we've got this much pink. So we've got about the same amount of like pink and yellow and maybe a little bit less of the green. And then a bit more of the purple. Just trying to be productive. Just letting people know that. Yes, let's make sure I'm not missing any of the chat because the chat likes to go away after it's been up there for a second. So occasionally you'll see me tapping up here for the chat. Okay, so the problem comes down to the fact that I've made so many of these already, but I can't remember what colors I made. Ooh, I have pictures. That's right, I have pictures. I can totally like go back to those pictures. Yes. Awesome. There we go. So that's how many I have made. So I have now 4 green, 2 purple, 2 pink, and 2 yellow. Okay, so I have exactly 2 of everything and then double of the green. And thank you for the like, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay, so I think I don't want to waste the green on doing more frogs because I want to do some of these little potion guys. Because I have this much more blue for potion guys. And, oh, I also have this little tiny extra bit of pink, but anyway, that's not going to do very much. So yeah, it really doesn't matter which one we do because we're not at a deficit of any of the colors. So what do we want to do? Purple, yellow, or pink? Let's vote. I'm kind of leaning towards purple, but also because it's like a full skein, I'm kind of not leaning towards purple, so like maybe pink. Maybe we should do pink. I don't know. We'll see. Let me respond to this message very quickly. Vote purple? Yeah. Maybe we should do purple. Maybe we should. Okay. So, yeah, let's do purple. Why not? Hell. And we'll save the little bit for if we need it later, or for potions or something. We'll just save that for potions. So we'll just bust into the new skein. And then I think we'll go ahead and put the green away too. Because like I said, I want some of that for potions too, and we already have 4 green leggy frogs total. So I think we're just going to focus on maybe getting 1 extra done of these 3 colors. Starting with the purple. Okay. Sometimes you can center pull these. Okay, cool. All right. We gotta get out the 6mm crochet hook. Man, everybody wants to message me back right now. It's like I'll be sitting around the house with like doing nothing, with nothing to do, just like laying about, not being productive, wishing somebody would talk to me, and then nobody talks to me. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hop on and stream now, and everybody's like, hey, talk to me. It's great. It's just the problem I want to be having. It's wonderful. But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and start. Yeah, literally same. Yeah, it's people just have the best timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this was a free tutorial here on YouTube if anybody cares to follow along. I'm not gonna be like telling you. I know, right? They're so cute. We've established that I have 4 of the green ones and 2 of all the other colors except for blue. I only have 1 because I don't have any more blue yarn. But yeah, so we're gonna make 1 of each of the other colors, purple, well, lavender, yellow, and the pink. I need a stitch marker here. Maybe we'll go with this lime green one to be a different color from the purple so that I can see it more easily. Some people like match the color of the stitch marker to the yarn, and I'm like, but how are you supposed to see it then? Like, how do you actually do that? I could not. I don't think I could. Yeah, everybody, literally everybody wants to message me back right now. When I like had messaged people earlier, and like I've messaged people before. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people like that too, matching the handle to the stitch marker. Yeah, I would love to be able to like use specific color handles for specific kind of projects, but like I got gifted these hooks and I'm not about like they work perfectly fine, so like I'm not about to go spend any kind of money on like hooks when I already have hooks that work perfectly fine. So it's just like I just have to deal with it. So yeah, I always try to go with like based off of the color of the yarn. That means like if I'm working with purple, it's not going to be a purple stitch marker, but if I'm working with like green, it probably would be a purple stitch marker because purple is darker and I'll be able to see it more. And I know this purple is kind of light, but like that's why I'm going with a kind of contrasting color that's also light. Because I could have gone with like black. I think I do have like 1 black stitch marker. But yeah. Didn't feel like digging for it. I just kind of make whatever snap decision based off of what's on top of the pile. But yeah. So we're gonna try and do this and get this done without having to put too much concentration and effort into it, you know? Like, because I still want to be able to, like, chat with you guys without it being, without it taking away my concentration for conversation, I guess. Conversation, concentration. Okay, let's pull out some more yarn. It might get tangled eventually. That's what's been happening to me with this yarn. Like the other day, I think on Twitch or something, I was sitting here trying to make this leggy frog, and it took me like 30 minutes to untangle the yarn. It was ridiculous. And I need some more water. But yeah, if I'm like completely focused and like focused on nothing else and just doing this, I can complete one leggy frog in like under 35 minutes. So that's pretty good. But if I'm like kind of either distracted or streaming or something, it obviously takes at least a little bit longer. Because I have to multitask with my brain. But let's see. Gotta count to 5 now so that we space the eyes out properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think the one thing that I don't like about streaming on YouTube versus Twitch is that on YouTube, the comments like disappear off of the screen after like just a couple of seconds. So like every once in a while, I'll like check and see if there were any comments that I missed because I don't want to miss anything. I think that's right. Hopefully that's right. If that's not right, then whatever. There we go. Okay. So what do we want to talk about? I talked last time on our last live on here about the Kickstarter campaign and trying to launch that and wanting to, I wanted to do it on my birthday, but my birthday is coming up super soon, and I have a lot of other things to do in the meantime, so I think I'm going to push it back to October 31st, Halloween, like midnight on Halloween or something. So yeah, that's a thing that's happening, and then just everything else that I'm doing is just a lot right now. Like this Friday, I actually have to do a table setup or a booth setup for the first Friday thing in the town, like the largest town closest to here. And so I'm gonna set up. Hopefully I'll be able to get there without it being a huge hassle because it's from 6 to 9 and my partner does not get off of work until 6, but his dad had like offered for us to use their truck, so we're gonna try and do something with that so that it's not like a whole huge deal, you know. So I'm gonna be doing that, and what else? I need to like this week I have to like actually inventory and tag everything. Do inventory and tag everything. Thank you. I really hope so. I hope it's not like really bad weather again because it is going to be outside. So yeah, I don't know. it is going to be outside, and then the Pride Festival is going to be outside, but I haven't actually like signed up for the Pride Festival yet. I have until the 1st to do that. So I've just been like, what was that? Was that the first row? I think that was the first row past there, so I need 2 more rows. Okay, but yeah, I need to probably sign up for the Pride Festival, but like I just keep thinking in my brain, like, what if it's just like the market that I just tried to do that like got rained out and everything was just bad? Like, what if it's just as bad as that and I'm doing it on my own, you know, like instead of having my friends there to help me? So I'm kind of afraid that that might happen because it could happen. So I'm kind of just trying to like stay positive about it and not let that one time like ruin everything. So we're gonna see. Well, I have to sign up for the Pride Festival before the little thing that I'm doing on the 1st, because the 1st is the last day, or the like on the 1st is the deadline. Like I think you have to have it before the 1st. So the 1st itself is the deadline, not like until the end of the 1st or something. Before you have to like get your money in and get approved and all of that stuff. So I gotta make my decision about both of them at the same time, basically. And one of them, the one that I'm doing on the 1st is free to do. But the other one is not. It's like $60. And it would have been less money had I paid for it sooner, but I was unable to do so because I just don't really got it like that right now. Like I put a lot of money into investing in the market setup stuff. So I just didn't have the money to pay up front for any other events. And then the people who had started this event that I went to, that was a horrible disaster. They are supposed to be doing, or were supposed to be doing, a couple of other events in like October and December. But now I don't know if they're doing any of that, or if like where it's going to be if they are doing it. Like I was supposed to have free booths at both of those things, and I haven't heard anything more about it. So I don't even think I'm gonna do those, even if they do actually happen, because I haven't heard or seen anything about advertising, which means that people don't know that it's happening, which means that people won't freaking be there. Okay, so now we've got 3 rows after the eyeball row. I'm gonna go ahead and add the eyes, the little black eyes. So I make those out of yarn instead of just using safety eyes because I'm broke. That's the main reason, is I'm broke and I didn't want to spend $10 extra on safety eyes when I made my gigantic Amazon purchase for before the market, because it was already big enough of a purchase that I didn't want to add any more to it. But yeah, so let's get this black yarn. Let's get our scissors, because we're going to need those. And what I do is I just go down a little ways and tie a knot. And then I tie that knot 7 times. Yeah, it's not super hard. I've had to learn out of necessity, But I've done like, for instance, let me show you, that's 5, not 7, but let me show you the, I don't know if you've seen it before, but this potion bottle eyes, like, these are not like embroidered, they're like sewn on after I crocheted little circles, but like I did embroider the little white spots on them, and then the mouth there. So that's another thing I need to make, is a green potion bottle, but I only have this much stuffing. So I figured I can make more frogs than I can potion bottles with that amount of stuffing. That'll make like 1 potion bottle maybe, but it'll make like several frogs, like 2 or 3 frogs. So yeah, so anyway, we finish tying this 7 times. And then we just cut off at a certain length so that it's long enough that we can tie it in there. And then I just make 2 of them at the same time sometimes. Sometimes I make them one after the other, and I sew them in, or like tie them in at the at different times. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. And then what I do is I kind of just like lay it on the surface wherever it's supposed to go. And then I take the crochet hook from the back and then like hook it and like bring it down through there, and then do the same on the other, like a couple of stitches over for the second part of it, and then I just tie it in so that it's secure. There we go. And then oftentimes what I'll do is I'll like look at it and check to make sure it's in the right spot before I like make the final decision to tie it off. And then you just tie it, you know, 2 or 3 times. 2 is normally good. Sometimes I tie it 3. But then I do that for the other one. Thank you. Do it for both eyes. Come on, work with me here. Yeah, that looks decent enough, right? He a little cockeyed, but it'll be alright. I don't think this one's gonna be perfect because sometimes the stitches just don't align perfectly to where it'll like tie in there exactly perfect. So like that's the benefit of using safety eyes, I guess. Is that you get like more consistency, and it's easier for it to like catch itself in the middle of the stitches instead of like having to be at the beginning or end of the stitch, I guess. But let's get some water. Can't believe it hasn't even been 30 minutes. It feels like it's been forever. Awesome, cool, great to have you here. Yep. And progress we are making. We've got his whole head done. Now we just got to do his little arms, and the rest of his tummy, and then his legs, then finish him off. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. And we also got to add his little smile. So we got to do all of that now. Oh yeah, I got a message. What is that? That's not important. That one's a little bit more important. Yeah. Okay, so yes. We do gotta embroider the little smile too. So that's an extra step that just takes extra time. Like now, on to my least favorite part of this process, the legs. Alright, I think that's a good place to put the first leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then you have to slip stitch backwards. Like, I almost wish it was single crochet, but I'm pretty sure single crochet would be like too thick for this. So slip stitch it is, but like it just sucks having to do it for so many stitches. And for so many stitches in a row. Like if it was broken up between like different spots in the same row, like that would be different. But the fact that it's like do like, I don't know, 20 slip stitches all at once, it's like, Jesus. And not even like in a row though either. It's like 20 slip stitches on a like foundation chain. So it's even harder than it should be. Got a song stuck in my head, and this time it's not one of my songs. I listened to it like on repeat yesterday. You'd think if I had like listened to it on repeat, my brain would be done with it, but nope. Oh, and it's like 300 chains, and I slip stitch into every single one. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that. I feel your pain there. Like, slip stitch is probably my least favorite stitch. Like, if it's like a slip stitch at the end of a row or something, like, that's fine. I can do that. I can deal with that. But if it's like slip stitch 10 or more in a row or something, I'm just like, come the fuck on. Can I not? Can I do anything but that? Like, come on. But now that I've done it this way for like all the other frogs, it would look weird if I switched to doing single crochets. Let's see. There we go. That's the one. Okay, so let's just chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. All right. Like, I really wish people would leave me alone. Like, not always, just like in the moments when I'm like already freaking doing something. It's like nobody, like literally nobody wants anything to do with me any other time of the day except when I'm doing something. So it's kind of like, you know, y'all can just fuck off. Like, come on, you know? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that I have to be on everybody else's schedule, but no one ever like accommodates me and my schedule. You know, like that's how it feels right now. So I'm kind of gonna just like not worry about it and just message back when I have a second at the end of a row or something. And if they're trying to steal away my time right now, I'm gonna be like, no, I am busy and preoccupied right now. Please leave a message for later. Because, yeah, I can get back to it later, but not now. Come on, work with me here. There we go. It's pretty slow going most of the time, except for like the rows that don't have feet or eyes, like the main rows of the body. Those are pretty simple rows. You just gotta like keep count. Because the way that she does it in the tutorial is she adds like 4 rows, but then there's supposed to be 5 rows, but then at the 4th row she stops and adds the smiley face. So alright. And it's kind of difficult to go around the legs without like adding an extra stitch accidentally. So like I still am not sure whether or not I'm adding an extra stitch. Like I don't think I am, but I have no idea. Because like a lot of the times he looks pudgier at his stomach region anyway. So like I just don't know. There we go. I think I think I probably didn't add any that round. So we'll definitely see about that. So that's 1 down out of 4. And that was the more complicated of the 4 rounds, because I'm having to like pay attention to where the legs start and stop. So this is round 2. And what do we want to talk about? We could talk about a lot of things. Like, man, yesterday I went over to my friend's house and they had a different friend over. We were like all chatting about all kinds of stuff, like from the fabric of the universe to like songs, the song that I was killing to death like in the car on the way over, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think about like how if I had just decided to go into the master's program, like I'd be in school right now and like working a job doing like teaching assistant stuff or something. So I think about that, but then it's like, but no, my partner wanted me to just have steady income and have a job, and so now I'm here looking for a job. Haven't found a job, don't have steady income, but would have had steady income had I just gone to the master's program. So ironically, doing the thing to try and like get the outcome had the opposite effect. So life is funny that way. Isn't it ironic? Alright. Let me just... Oh yeah, there is a hurricane coming. My stuff ready in town. Come. Like, I love how people, I don't know, I love how people just operate all kinds of weird ways and then, like, make it seem like it's your fault that they operate the way that they do, and it's like, literally, it's you that's causing the conflict. I don't know. So anyway, we're on the 3rd of 4 rounds. So number 3, he's growing. Little by little, he's growing. So yeah, I'm supposed to do this sale, but like it was just pointed out to me, there's supposed to be a hurricane coming through at some point, really, really soon. So it's entirely possible that it will be raining, which means I need to either just not do it or just do it in such a way that less stuff gets ruined. Like have the tent up and have my 2 tables, but have the 2 tables like back to back, like in the very middle, with just everything around there so that people can come up from the sides and like nothing gets severely wet because it's like in the center. And then I'm supposed to be live painting too, so I'll like have an area towards one end of the tent where I'm live painting. And so, I don't know, live painting, that's gonna be fun, I guess. Maybe. Depending on how, like, prepared I am for the event itself and how fast we can actually get set up will really just depend. Anyway, I really wish people would just freaking wait until, like, if you're like, oh, I need to call you, I can call you at 5 o'clock, and then 20 minutes later you text the thing that you're trying to call about, don't freaking do that. Like, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Why? What is the purpose? If we're already talking about it, if we already have time set aside to talk about it, then what is the purpose of taking my time now to, like, talk about it when I'm in the middle of doing something? It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, we're almost done with the 4th round, and then we will add the smile, and another round, and then the legs. And then we'll be pretty much done with this frog. Okay. So that was the end of that. So we'll stretch this out, and then we'll add his little face. So, can you actually, if I do this, can you see it a little bit? Maybe? Maybe. Anyway, I need my needle here. And this black yarn. And then we go like up through the middle here, and then over to the one side, and then you stick it through to the other side like that, and then you pull it through so that that's half of the smile. And then if it would let me, I could put it through the other way, just down through the middle. And then you want to be careful when you tie it off to not tie it super tight. So what I do is I just like kind of tie it a little bit, and then just like tie a second knot and pull that really tight. And then you can cut off just a little bit of the black yarn for a tail. And then you have your smiley face. Okay. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and straighten this out. And I really like the Just Chanel yarn. Like, it's really thin and kind of works like not a 6, but at the same time, it is really fuzzy and soft and nice for like pretty freaking cheap. Like almost as cheap as you can go for yarn. So, I don't know. It's worth trying out at least, especially for like little stuff like this. Like for the bigger stuff, you probably would just want to, instead of buying the skeins, you'd probably want to just buy the cones from Premier. But for like small stuff, like 2 of the skeins can make like a bikini top for like a small or a medium. And so, you know, do the math on what a large would be, like maybe 4 skeins for a bikini top or something, maybe 5. So that's still like not a lot of like material investment. And you know, you could probably even make like a top, like a t-shirt top or something out of this yarn. That would be really interesting to see. I wouldn't want to wear it unless it's like super duper cold, because oh boy, the heat would be just crazy. Okay, so now we need to, you see, do you see, is it just my eyes deceiving me, but does this look more flared out than this side? Or is that just me? I have no idea. I don't know, but I just feel like he gets a little bit bigger toward the end. Okay. It's just me. It looks pretty even. Okay. Cool. So it is just my brain playing tricks on me, probably. That's good to know. Good to know. Alright, so now we're doing another one of the legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Then we slip stitch 3. And 3. True. Yeah. Oh, did I miss a thing? Or did I see everything? Oh yeah, I saw everything. Cool. Alright. Just making sure. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then back on itself. Slip stitching. Oof. And so I finally, the other day, actually tested the, like, I had made a pattern for a tarot mat bag. You might have seen it here on YouTube. Like, maybe that's even why you're on my channel or something. But I made the tarot mat bag in weight 4 and weight 6. And the weight 6 version people were having trouble with. So one of my testers, like, took it upon themselves to, like, kind of rewrite a part of the pattern to where, like, 1 or 2 rows were different so that it would, like, lay flatter. And I finally got around to testing that to make sure that it does lay flat. And it kind of does for me, but it's kind of wavy. But I think that might just be my tension. So I'm almost at the point where I'm ready to actually release that pattern for, like, PDF download and, like, printable versions on Etsy and Ravelry, probably, hopefully. So yeah, be looking out for that. I will definitely announce somewhere on here when that's ready. Make some kind of announcement so that you guys can partake of that pattern if you're interested. It's a pretty cool pattern. It's kind of like an adapted granny square, almost, is how I would describe it. And yeah, so I finally am almost at the point where that one's going to be released. And then I have my, like, Potion Buddies pattern, I have my Ferrero Crochet pattern, and I have my, well, I also have my mini Potion Buddies and my axolotl plushie in weight 4 yarn, and then the mini Potion Buddies. So I have, like, all of those that I need to release. And I think the mini Potion Buddies that use the Dollar Tree yarn, I'm going to make a free pattern. But I've got to get, like, my email list set up first so that I can actually, like, have it available as, like, you send me your email and then you get the free PDF download of the pattern or something. That would be ideal, at least. So probably I won't release that one for a little while. At least another couple of months. Alright. I think that's the place for the second leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I always grab the wrong side of the yarn. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Cool. So now all that's left to do is slip stitch these last few times down the leg. Finally, the last melon. Ooh, alright. I think I need to eat more than I already have, but luckily we have nothing but leftovers in our fridge right now that are all fresh and ready to be eaten. Super fresh. So I just need to like warm something up. But we're gonna try to get through at least one more frog on here. It's been not quite an hour. So I think we're gonna try to get through at least another one of the 3 frogs. And then maybe whichever one I don't finish on here, we'll do on Twitch on Friday or something. Alright, so that's the last of the legs. Gotta finish up the last of the leg row now. Alright. And now we have one singular round left. Gotta make sure not to get the legs up in there. And luckily we haven't had a problem yet with the yarn tangling, and we are almost done, so I don't really foresee a problem with that. Or not a problem that's gonna take 30 minutes to untangle, at least, like they did the last time. Okay. There we go. I know, I was saying it and I was like, well, I'm probably gonna have to like deal with that now that I've said something about it. But I'm pretty confident I won't, because that was the last stitch right there. That was the last stitch. So our little froggy body is done. Little froggy body's done. So what we'll do is we'll just chain 1 from where we're at. Nope, we'll slip stitch into the next stitch is what we'll do. And then we will chain 1 from where we're at. And then we'll cut off a little length of a tail for sewing. And thanks. Alright, so we've got our tail for sewing. We gotta get a little bit of some stuffing. Don't want to overstuff him, you just want him to be a little squishy. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. A little bit of squish. Maybe a tiny bit more. Just in that side. Okay. And so what we do is we remove the stitch marker, and we take our needle, we attach this yarn to it, and then since you're like in the middle here, what I normally do is I'll just like go in the stitches on the one side and just like get to the corner so that I can like sew from the corner. And then I just try to keep my yarn on this side over here so that it doesn't catch the leg up in it, and sew it up inside of the seam. It's not super difficult, it's just a thing. But yeah, And I don't know, I have so many things around the house that are like big things that need doing, but they're not like big things that are in the way, making it impossible for us to live life on a day-to-day basis. So it's like they can be put off. So they've been being put off, but it's time now where it's like I'm sitting at home without a job, like unable to do much of anything. And so it's like I should probably be working on this stuff around the house. So I probably will start actually doing that, you know, eventually here within the next couple of weeks. Alright, and then I like to just kind of like take this and then just like go in here and then out through the top and just kind of not pull it super tightly. Why is that? Why is that happening? Alright, and then I go back down through the same spot and out through the bottom. And then I just gently pull it. And then I'll take the crochet hook now and go through his body and just like hook this through the remainder of the tail into the middle of the body. That way it's just a little bit more extra stuffing. So yay, he's got a friend. Alright, so now we've done that. Got our just Chanel skein in not much worse condition because we were pulling from the center. So that's great. Oh, it's been nice chatting. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Alright, let's just put this purple back in here. So now we have either pink or yellow. Let's get some soda. We can either do this pink or this yellow in frog. And then probably if it takes me like a whole other hour to do that, then that's gonna be the last one, is like whichever one I do now. And then I'll, like I said, I'll do the third one on like Twitch or something. Oh no! You know what? I'll have to make, well, no, because on Friday I'm not going to be able to stream. I need to make both of, I'll have to make the other one like off camera is what it is. That's what's going to happen. Is I'm going to be able to make one of them on camera today, and then I'm going to make the other one like tomorrow or something off camera, because I'm not going to be able, I don't want it to be an uneven number, and right now I had an even number of frogs, and then +2 is still an even number, but +3 is an uneven number. So I want it to be an even number, so instead of just not doing more frogs, I'm going to do the 2 more frogs. But which one do I want to make first? I don't know. Pink? Maybe pink. Maybe we could do pink, because we just did purple. So, yeah. Alright. Let's make decisions. Are we going to do pink? Or is pink going to be a problem? because the yellow is kind of untangled. The pink is a little bit messy. All right, but let's at least start on this one. You know, and then once I've started on it, I'll probably want to finish it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So on to the second frog we go. But what do we want to talk about? I gotta like, yeah, I'm going with the pink. Just in case it does take me a long time to untangle it. That way I can like do it now and it'll be done. Cause the yellow is in these very neat skein bundles. So that'll be like very easy to work with for sure. But the pink might not be quite so easy. So we're going to get that out of the way first, is my logic behind it. But yeah, what to talk about? What do we want to talk about? It's gotten, I don't know. I've got to like get all the sheds in order and like get them to where they're good like workspace that I can use for storage and stuff. And then I've also got to like get the stuff that I need for this particular market on Friday out of the shed this week ahead of time so that I can like practice my setup. So, yeah. And then I think what I'll have to do is we'll have to Friday, my partner will have to like bring me and all of my stuff into town to my friend's house, and then like I gotta okay it with her first, of course, but I'm pretty sure she won't have a problem with it. But once I've okayed it with her, we'll just take the stuff over to her house and I'll just hang out there until my father-in-law can come get me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then one of these stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying so. Yeah, I mean, there's like quality content there for sure, but like especially some of my older ones. Some of my older ones are like just a little hard to follow or like keep up with because I'm just like sitting around rambling like I do on live. So like especially for people with like a short attention span, it's like not meant for them specifically. But yeah, they're not bad. That's like why I leave them up there, because like at the very least it shows like the growth and change as like my channel grows and changes, you know. So like I want to be true to that, you know. Okay, so we're on the first of 3 rows. First of 3. Alright. But yeah, I gotta like prepare for this market on Friday because like I messaged and was like, you know, market, yay, you know, and I was like super excited about like wanting to do it, but now that it's coming down time to like actually do the damn thing, my brain is like, panic mode enabled. So I don't know what to do about all that. I need to just get my head in the game and do what I can and don't worry too much about things I can't control. So like if it does start like raining and becoming unreasonable to where I'm definitely not gonna go out and do it, then yeah, I guess I'll just I didn't pay any money for this event, so I'll just be like, oh well, you know, it could have gone better, but I didn't lose anything having done it. So we'll see. I'm really like fingers crossed hoping that the weather will be good to me this time around for at least one of these two things. So like hopefully if it's gonna be, yeah, for sure. But if it's only gonna be one of these two things in September that works out, I would rather it be the Pride Festival that I'm gonna spend $60 on than this little thing that I didn't even pay for. You know, so like if the little thing that I didn't even pay for doesn't work out, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, this thing didn't work out, I should quit everything. You know, I'm just gonna be like, oh well, I'll just try better next time. Hopefully have better luck next time. But if the thing that I pay $60 for doesn't work out, on the other hand, I'm going to be like, see, this is why I didn't want to pay the $60 to do this, is because I knew this was going to happen. And then I'll be all down on myself, probably. Okay, so that was 2. Hi! It's okay. I forget what day it is all the time. Like, I'll wake up and like specifically have to check my phone like 4 different times and be like, is it for real Monday? Is it for real Monday? Or is it like I'm just thinking it's Monday, right? Like, because sometimes I'll like think really hard about a specific day and then like it's wrong. Like I'll really truly believe it's like a Thursday or something and it's totally not. It'll be like Tuesday and I'll be like, holy shit. Where has the time gone? What is time? You know, time is weird. We were talking about yesterday, me and my friends, we were talking about like time and space and the construction of the universe and how we're all just like, you know, if time, oh, brain fog, that's no good. I'm sorry to hear you've been sick. Sorry to hear you've been sick. That's no good. People just keep messaging me about stuff this whole time. Yeah, I haven't been feeling my best lately, like especially today. I woke up today and before I had gotten out of bed, I had told my partner, I was like, maybe I'll exercise today. Like maybe I'll try and do some exercise. And he was like, that would be good for you, you know? And then as soon as I stood up and like went to like go do things this morning, my whole body hurts, like everything. Like my muscles here, like right on this side of all of my arms, like on this part of my shoulders, down these parts of my back, like into my legs. It's just like strips of pain, like everywhere. So I did not exercise today. I actually just laid around a good bit. But I did feed myself, so there's that. Okay, so now we need to make the eyes for him. His little eyes. Jesus Christ, would y'all shut up? Shut up. I don't care. I'm in too many group chats with people who like don't give a shit about me. Like I'm in one, yes, leggy frogs. Definitely leggy frogs. You will not, what? What did I say? I said a thing. I don't know. I can't remember what like just came out of my mouth. Like it's so bad. My brain is so bad. But I will not shut up. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, no, not you guys. You guys can talk. This is the main interaction right now. Like, this is where I want the interaction happening. But like on my phone, where people are just like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's up with you today?" It's like, it's Monday. I'm streaming. Get with the program. Learn my schedule. And I'm in these group chats with like other people that I don't really know. So it's like occasionally I'll say something, but mostly it's just notifications from the group chat going off about other people talking to each other. So like I need to just silence the notifications and just check up on it every once in a while is what I need to do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Still the same person. It's not even like multiple people talking to each other. Mute chat notifications, yeah. It's not even, today it's not even multiple people talking to each other, it's like one singular person. So like, hush phone. Shut up. It's not that important right now. Oh my god, and still, okay, so that was a different person that messaged this time. Maybe they are lonely, but you know what? They should be lonely when I'm lonely so that I can actually talk to them instead of being like busy and in the middle of something and being like, y'all, shut up. You know? Like there's so many hours that I just sit around and I'm like, man, I am so freaking bored. I wish I had anybody to talk to right now. And like everybody's always busy. But like as soon as I'm busy, it's like everybody want to chat. How am I gonna call them out like that? Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of me being the only person who's ever expected to like compromise and sacrifice for the sake of other people is what it comes down to. And like even in so far as like such a small thing, you know, like it just irritates me a little bit. Because like I'm always being forced into these situations where it's like called delete group chat. Yeah, but then when I am lonely, where am I gonna chat with people when I am lonely and I do want people to chat with? That's why I can't just delete it, you know? Can't just delete it, cause then I won't have the people. Need the people on standby for when I need them, you know? On lives only. Yeah, basically. Basically. That's why I go live so much, is because I like talking to people. I do. It's just like all these times. Yeah, clearly, yes, obviously. You guys have made that obvious at this point. So it's great. I can these days most of the time still scared. Yeah. Well, most of the time, when I do get on live these days, I do have at least like one person that'll be like chatting with me a lot of the times. So I'm really appreciative of that, because like the few times that there isn't anybody on to chat with me are like the times that I'm just sitting there like, man, I don't know what the frick to talk about. I have no idea. Come on. Do the thing, frog eye. Alright. So let's tie these in here. Oh. Here we go. Alright. There it is. Little froggy eyes. And now we have to make the feet on this next round. So I'm super looking forward to that. I did brush my hair today. I don't know why it's being all wild over here. Some days I won't brush my hair. Like, if it looks alright, I'll just, like, especially if I'm not going anywhere, I will just let it just be what it is. And then other days, it'll be, like, all over this way, or, like, all zigzagged in the part, and I'm just like, nope, we gotta fix all of this. I know it is best to brush your hair, like, every day, but... yeah, okay, so, listen. I did say I was gonna do that in 2 days, but I obviously meant 2 business days, because, my brain doesn't work fast enough on all of this stuff. Why? Go away. All these notifications. Anyway. Yes, I will fix the Discord link. I had thought about that today, but I was, like, laying down just, like, with my eyes closed, just because I had, like, a spell of, like, fatigue for a moment there. So, like, I was just laying down with my eyes closed for a minute, and before I knew it, it was, like, 1:30, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get ready to stream because it's Monday. And then I double checked the day because I was like, is it Monday though? And then I was like, yeah, it's definitely Monday. So I was, like, in a rush to, like, get everything done and ready to stream today. So I will fix it before my next stream, because I won't be streaming Friday. I'll probably still be streaming Saturday, but yeah, so I'll definitely have it fixed before my next Twitch stream. So, sorry for not being super awesome and on top of things. Yeah, no, I know. It will get done, though. I promise you that. Because when I put my mind to things, they do get done. Alright. Came here to crochet and drink Dr. Pepper, and I'm all out of Dr. Pepper. And this should be, like, noon. Yeah. I think I got up decently early yesterday because we had to, like, go grocery shopping, and then I had to cook and, like, meal prep for this next week. So we made, like, baked bacon ranch chicken, and it smelled super good, so I can't wait to eat any of it. But we have just so many leftovers right now that I need to eat those leftovers before I eat the chicken. So the chicken's like a last resort meal for me right now. So I need to, what was I gonna say? And then I had to take some okra that my mom gave me to a friend because I don't eat okra. Aw. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, so I had to take okra to a friend, and then I ended up, like, hanging out for the rest of the night and, like, chatting about all kinds of stuff. And the time just got away from me, so it was, like, really late when I got home yesterday. So, like, that's why I got nothing done yesterday. And then, what was it? Was it Saturday when we figured out that the Discord link doesn't work? Or was it Friday? It was probably Saturday, right? So, like, I did say I'd get it done by today, but since I didn't really have any time yesterday, that's why. That's what happened, is I just didn't have any time. But, yeah, like I said, I do get things done when I can. So, like, this tarot mat bag that we made the other day, I have been putting this off for, like, over a month, but I finally got it done. So that's gonna be done and ready for purchase, the pattern, pretty soon. Not necessarily going to promise a specific day, because the way my brain works, it just has to get it done in its own time. Yeah, a lot of people do only eat fried okra. I'll only eat okra if it's like cooked down to where it's like super soft in like a stew or a soup or something. I'll eat it like that, but I don't have like our crock pot just broke, so like I don't have time to be like yeah, I thought it was Saturday. I don't have time to be like cooking stews on the stove and stuff, and it's too hot out for stew anyway. So, and my mom gave me like a huge bag, like this big around, like this tall, full of okra. So my friend was like, "Hell yeah, I'll take that." So I was like, "Cool, I'll bring it to you." And so I did. And then my other friend was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I was like, "Shit, if I wasn't already going 45 minutes in the opposite direction today, I would totally do that." Um, yeah, I know. It's just like my brain is now latched onto that as a thing to talk about, so that's why I'm still talking about it, is because I can't find anything else in my brain to talk about right now. I think it's because I haven't eaten today, really. Like, I had a yogurt bowl with, oh, it was actually really pretty. I took pictures of it. Let me show you. It looked super delish with all those frozen strawberries. And, like, that's how it looked. It had, like, granola and yogurt. And I, like, flavored the yogurt with some chocolate. And, had, like, cranberries. And a scoop of peanut butter and everything. Like, so it's kind of sugary, but it's also like packed with as much protein as I can make it. Um and it's like as fresh as fruit as I can get. Halloween yarn from FedEx today. Hershers online. I don't think I've heard of Hershers. Like, what kinds of Halloween yarn? Like glow in the dark yarn, or just like oranges and purples, or like a variegated blend of those? That's cool though. I need to get, well, I don't need to get, but I would like to get a lot more yarn. Like, especially the Juicy Couture like luxe velour yarn from Joanne. So excited to work with that. Like, I cannot wait to work with that. I'm just like sitting over here waiting for somebody to order something so that I can afford more yarn, so that I can go get this specialty yarn. Uh, I don't want to do the legs. The legs are the hardest part. I'm just gonna sit for a minute. Don't like frozen fruit for some reason. I don't mind it as much. If it's something like purple, white, black, orange, and green. Ooh, that sounds really nice. But yeah, with the frozen fruit, I normally would take the fruits and put them in a smoothie instead of like having to add ice to the smoothie. It would just be frozen already because of the frozen fruits. But lately what I've done is I've done it with blackberries and I've done it with strawberries. But yeah, that's a really awesome color combination for sure. But I definitely wouldn't do it with certain fruits, like probably mango. I wouldn't eat frozen, and pineapple. I would just eat fresh pineapple is what I would do. But if it's something like blackberries or strawberries, they're not bad. Like, I thought at first that they would be like really hard to chew because they were frozen, but because them freezing like breaks down their cellular structure a little bit, it's a little bit easier to like chew. So it wasn't like too much. There are like bigger strawberries that I have to like cut in half before I eat them, so that it's not just like a giant frozen like chunk in my mouth. Um, but they're pretty good. They're quite a bit better than I would have thought. So yeah, but that's what I was getting the frozen fruit for a while, was just smoothies. Huh. Frozen strawberries for ice? That's a great idea. Oh my god, it's like infused water, but like you don't even need like ice in your water. That's great. That's like two birds, one stone, right? That's great. Very innovative. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna have to try something like that now. Or like take the green tea, the diet green tea that we buy in the big jugs, just take that and then like put the strawberries in that. Ooh, even that would be really good. Yeah, in a smoothie is really great because it doesn't taste as much like water when you're using like the actual fruit as the frozen base instead of water as the frozen base. It's why they tell you, like, if you're gonna drink iced coffee often, then what you should do is you should make coffee and, like, make cubes of ice of the coffee so that you can use that for the iced coffee. So that it just melts, and as it melts, it's just more coffee instead of being, like, watered down, you know? Oh, man, my nose itches a little bit. My knees hurt, so that's why I'm sitting all sideways right now, is my knees are hurting a little bit, and I do need to finish this frog, but it's not like super duper important. Like, as long as it gets done by Friday, I'll be fine. So I'm not in any particular hurry to get stuff like finished or anything, but I do need to figure out what else to talk about because yeah, we got this guy done and this guy's little eyes done, and that's enough for the moment. But yeah, I don't know. I mesh vest for tomorrow. Yeah. Well, at least mesh is a little bit easier because it's like the open like holes. It's you just do a stitch and like you skip some stitches and then you do the other stitch and all that instead of like stitch, 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 stitch. Like one after the other. Solid. That's like, did I show you? I probably didn't. I think I showed it on Twitch, but the other day I finally got to a point where with this crop top, the Bella crop top. Oh yeah, for sure. But I finished the sleeve the other day of this one, and then now I'm out of yarn for this, so I have to wait until I can buy more yarn to finish the other sleeve. I do, yes. It took, how long did it take? Did I say it took 10 hours for all of this? For this far? I think it took like about 10 or 11 hours for this. It is super pretty, but we were talking the other day, like Saturday on Twitch, about how I would have to charge like $500 for these just to like make enough money off of like the larger sizes, so that it was like, oh yeah, the color is just, it's great. I love the color. That's my favorite color, is the teals. Anything that's like teal, aquamarine, turquoise, seafoam type blue green, like any of that is my favorite color. Like all of this. These things. And especially colors like this. But yeah. That's why like all of my branding is in that color. Like the teal and the white and some black accents here and there. Like the tablecloths are black. And then like the background of my stuff is the background of my current sign is black too. Alright. I guess I should stop pushing off the feet. I should just do the feet. There's only 4 feet. I only got to do the feet 4 times. So I should just do it. Let's see. 1, 2, I think. It is a tapestry. Yeah, it's like the Tree of Life or something. Something like that. Or it's supposed to be Tree of Life-esque. Ooh, slow day after lunch. Yeah. I oftentimes these days I'll have like a really slow start to my day, and then normally around like 2 o'clock I'm either streaming or like doing something. So yeah. Normally it's the first half of the day for me that's really laid back and boring. All right. Let's do this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3. All right. And then 1, 2, 3. All right. I really hate the legs. The legs just like they take so much longer than the whole rest of the body. Like if it wasn't for the legs, I could get one of these done in like 20 minutes. Cuz the legs take like so freaking long. Because of all the slip stitches. Now people are messaging the other group chat. It's a group chat that I'm in for the pattern testers of that Bella crop top pattern. Cause like it was a pattern written for like weight 3 and below. So like 3, 2, and 1. And I don't know how people like stand making it in that low of a weight, because the amount of time that it took me in a weight 4. Tell them to send you more yarn. Yeah, for sure. Well, it wasn't like the materials were provided. I had to provide my own materials. That's normally how pattern testing goes, is, you know, in case you didn't know, in case anyone watching this didn't know, pattern testing, you just kind of get the pattern itself for free, and then you provide your own materials to do the test. That's how you end up with like people will be releasing patterns, and you'll see like all these different like colors and like different looking styles of the same exact thing in the pattern. It's not because the person releasing the pattern made all of these things. It's because they had testers make all these things with their own like style and variations of like color and stuff. Okay, so we're done with that leg. Yeah, have you ever tested a pattern? Have you taken that step and tested any patterns for people? Because if you haven't and you just don't know where to go to test patterns, there are like Facebook groups specifically for that I'm like a part of, that people go on to search for. Yeah, so like I would definitely recommend, like, especially whether or not you're following people on Instagram. Like I see a lot of people posting, okay, posting in the pattern testing groups. I think the main one that I'm a part of is called Crochet Pattern Testers. And then like I think a lot of maybe like regular crochet groups maybe would also allow you to look for pattern testers. I know that the alternative knits and crocheted bits group that I'm a part of, they have the Discord where you can like look for pattern testers and stuff through there, or like post about your different crochet and knit and other art creations and stuff. Yeah, pants. Oof. Yeah, pants are a lot. I'm in the middle of making shorts right now, and it's taken me a long time to get even. I'm not even to the part where the legs split apart, and I haven't used that much yarn yet, but it's also like taking forever. So between either the material cost or the time cost, it's just like it's so cost prohibitive to do anything cool, you know? It just sucks a lot of the time. I'm on the second leg now. Gotta do a bunch of counting here in a second. Still got that song stuck in my head. Oh my god. It still won't go away. I'm gonna have to play it on repeat for like... Yeah, I was gonna mention that, but like, I don't want to speak for you, you know? But yeah, that's how they found my channel, is being part of the same group. So I had like posted about it once in there or something, that I was like streaming crochet. But yeah, they have on the Discord, they have like all kinds of different like rooms and channels like within the main, like sub channels within the main channel that they're all for all kinds of different things. It's a pretty cool space to be a part of. Like, I'm really glad that I'm a part of it. Really glad I found the group, for sure. Oh, 6 months. Wow. Yeah, oh boy, I don't know. Unless it's something that I just like pick up and consciously put down time and time again, I don't know if I could deal with spending 6 months on a project. Like, unless it's something that I was really, really passionate about. Ugh, 6 months. That's a long time. Like, the longest I've ever spent on a piece was like a month or so. And that was like doing it in my free time between like class and stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. And 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But yeah, if you're not already a part of like all these different crochet spaces online, would definitely recommend, because like I've been part of these different crochet groups since before I even started crocheting or hand knitting or doing any of that. And it just gave me like a lot of definitely inspiration and like motivation to do it for myself. Because I would see like all of these beautiful things being made by other people, and I'd be like, damn man, I want to do that too, you know? And it finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm looking up YouTube tutorials. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really great resource. People post there all the time. I've gotten like it's not even like they're looking for like the most skilled person. Like sometimes they're looking for all skill levels. It just depends on what the pattern is and like their purpose for like publishing the pattern, I guess. But yeah, people post on there all the time, and there have been a couple that I've applied for that I haven't gotten, but there have been plenty that I have applied for that I have gotten. So I've been really pleased with the outcomes. Like I had a Triforce pillow, for instance, that I got to test for. Turned out really good. But yeah, it just took her a while with how busy we were. Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. But man, oof. My patience wears super thin super quickly with things, especially with like trying to do things and get projects to a completed state. There goes my phone again, going off. Constantly going off this stream. I'm so glad that I'm not streaming from my phone. I almost decided today to do a ukulele stream and stream from my phone instead of my laptop, or my, not my laptop, my iPad, so that I would have the iPad to play my ukulele songs. But with how much my phone's been going off today, I'm really glad I didn't do that, because it would have just been the most annoying thing for me, having to like field all these messages and like not have them distract me the whole time I'm trying to chat with you guys. It's been like a ridiculous amount of messages, like definitely between like 20 and 50 messages thus far over this 101 minutes that we've been live on here. Okay, so we've got the first round of legs done. Finally. That took a minute. Alright. So now we'll do 4 rows and then put in the smile. So we'll just do that real quick. As quickly as I can, at least. And like, I don't know, I was looking at them and like, you can kind of, like, there's little holes kind of in the stitches where you can sort of see through it. But it's not like super bad. I should just feel wanted and popular. Well, I kind of do feel that way when y'all are like, yeah, actually chatting with me. It does make me feel wanted. It makes me feel like my presence is appreciated, for sure. But yeah, it's, and like the whole thing with it is like most of the notifications are not even like notifications directed at me. It's just people in the group chats spamming. So that's been the most annoying part of it. Is just every time I look over and it's like my phone buzzes 5 times and I'm like, what's going on? And it's the Snapchat group chat and I'm like, okay, y'all need to chill. Oh wow, yeah. I can imagine, because like I'm not even in that many Discord groups and I still, sometimes it's still a lot, the different notifications from different places. Okay, so that was the end of round 1 out of 4. So we're gonna continue on for the next 3 rounds. And what should we chat about though? Okay, so like I've been meaning to put in an application to this furniture store because they said that their like estimate for the lowest paid part, like the lowest paid person in that position was like $40,000 a year. So I was like, well, if that's their estimate, is I'm not gonna get less in commission than that. Oh, FedEx is here! Yay! Wonderful. But yeah, so like I need to put in this application, but it's a job that I feel pretty decently confident that like I might actually be able to get, but because of that, I'm like having like this like executive function decision paralysis of like when to sit down and fill out the application. So like I just haven't done it yet. So I really need to just like sit down and do it, but like every time I turn around, I'm just like not feeling up to it. And then the rest of the time I'm busy. So hopefully either today after I get off of stream or at the very latest tomorrow when I have like nothing else going on, I should be able to apply for that job. And hopefully I'll get that job. And luckily I won't have to worry about it interfering with at least the first Friday thing on the 1st. Because that's this Friday, and there's no way that they're gonna hire me in less than a week and have me start working in less than a week. There's just no way. Like, if they did that, that would be like a huge red flag, honestly. If they were that desperate to get new people out on the floor. But yeah, and then the higher estimate of like what you could make was like $100,000 or something. And I was like, shoot, if all I gotta do is sell stuff to people who are already looking to buy stuff anyway, because like, why else do you go into a furniture shop except for to shop around for stuff that you want to buy for your house or something? So it's like not a really super hard sell. Like, upselling to the $1,000 couch versus the $600 couch, that's a bit more effort. But just saying, hey, y'all need a couch? You want a couch? Take a couch. They're gonna take a couch. You just gotta like find the right couch for the customer at a price that they can afford and feel comfortable with, that also puts good enough money in your own pocket, right? Without like forcing them into like, oh, you should do the more expensive thing just because it makes me more money. Like, no, you actually have to give a shit about like fulfilling the needs of the customer. It's like with all of this like online like content creator shit. It's like if you're not thinking about the audience first and like what they want to see from you and like what they're interested in, then you're probably not going to get very far. So, was this the 4th row? I think it was the 4th row. I don't know. I'll check in just a second. I think I lost count. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. No? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Halloween yarn is perfect. That's great. That's great to hear. Okay, so I think that was row 3. So it either was row 3 or I'm about to add an extra row for no reason. But we're going to pretend like this is row 4, round 4. And then we're going to put the smile in there. And then the feet row after another round of just regular stitches. Alright. This isn't taking super long. Like I said, the feet portion of this pattern takes the longest amount of time. Like, if it wasn't for the feet, I could sell these for like a lot less. Like, quite a bit less than I have to now. And like, honestly, I don't know, talking about retail prices and all that the other day and like pricing and stuff kind of really got me thinking that like I need to just like across the board raise all of my prices. Snapchat's always on silent. Yeah, well, I don't want to like miss anything from my actual friends actually talking to me, so I don't have my Snapchat just completely muted as far as notifications go. But I definitely don't appreciate the like 20 notifications in a row from like one singular group chat that I'm a part of. It's a bit excessive. Like, especially Especially if within 5 minutes there's like so many notifications. Like they should have some kind of thing in the system for Snapchat that like stops notifying you after you've gotten like 3 notifications in a 5 minute span. Like after the third or fifth notification, like I should not be getting more notifications in a 5 minute time period. Like that should just not be happening. Like, just don't notify me about it until like 20 minutes later and just be like, give me one notification that says, hey, there's a lot of activity in this group chat that you're a part of. And then I'll be like, oh shit, maybe I should check up on that. I'm about to be out of water though. But we're super close to being done with this frog. So, hopefully we can just get the frog done. And, finish up this live. Finish strong. Alright, so we'll just take this and we'll just sew it just like the last time. There we go. This one's got a big wide smile. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Alright. Then we'll just tie that just slightly. Nope, gotta tie it 3 times, not just 2. There we go. And then we'll cut the end off like that. Make sure that doesn't get tangled up in there. Alright, and then we've got one more row to do, and it looks like I was right about the stitch counts, because it looks like there's one more round before the feet. So I'm pretty sure I was right. Pretty sure. Okay, so let's just continue on with this next row before we add the feet. Defeat, 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 defeat. Defeat cannot defeat me. I will pursue this venture through the toughest parts of the journey. One day. Well, if you need a good tutorial, the Chloe Crafts tutorial is the one that I was following. I've got it memorized now, so I don't need to like look it up and be watching it while I'm making these. But that's the tutorial that I'm following. I don't have it linked, because I forgot to copy the link to paste it when I started the live thing. But I can like paste it in the description of this live after the fact before I like post it for good on YouTube. But yeah, they're really super fun. 2 more hours to go. Yeah, there you go. What time is it? It's 4 o'clock here. Yeah. 4 o'clock here, almost. Just now turned 4 o'clock. What was I saying? Damn. I was gonna say something, but I just completely forgot about it. I don't know, but I'm gonna hit my vape again because I don't think this vape. Well, I'm gonna try to hit this vape and see if I can get anything out of it. It looks like there's a little tiny bit. Yeah, there's like a little tiny bit. Good, good. Hopefully that'll mean I won't have to hit this other vape as much. Alright. And then we go over to the side where we gotta make the leg. And then we make the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, no, not 14, just 13. Okay. Right. And then 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And again, 1, 2, 3, and then back down. 1, 2, 3. One of the things that I've noticed is like when you're doing the last toe on the leggy frog, you've got to like, in order to keep from there being holes in the hands, you've got to like grasp, go through like an extra stitch on the last toe. So in order to keep it from being like holy Jesus frog hands, you gotta like think ahead a little bit. Alright, so we're almost done with this first leg, which means one more to go. Jesus frog hands, yeah. Great band name. Anyway. Now let's get to the other leg and go ahead and do that quickly, as quickly as possible, so that it's just done and we can finish up this froggy. And then we'll do the yellow frog at some point off camera, off stream. I will be doing the leggy frog in yellow, so that I have an even number for my baskets. Okay, that's the spot for the leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Alright. Almost. See, because, like, okay, on the first one, this is the first finger, and then on the second finger, you have to, like, attach it through this one here. So you do that, but then when you make the next finger, and you come down and slip stitch down the finger, you're supposed to slip stitch down 3 after you chain up 3. But if you just use this same string, then you end up with like a hole there. So you have to go like 1 string up from the last string that you used. And that's how you get unholy. Unholy frog hands. Ridiculous. That's also a great band name. That's gonna be my band name, Unholy Frog Hands. I gotta write that down. Just as soon as I'm done with this unholy frog hand. Like, somebody was just talking to me yesterday about, like, starting a band. I was like, I'm totally fucking down for that. Okay, see you later. Bye. See you next time, hopefully. Hope you feel better, too. Alright. Now I've got to write down unholy frog hands before I forget. Nice. Nice. Well, we are getting down to the last little bit. We are on the last round of this frog. We are gonna just get this done as soon as possible so that we can go ahead and sew him up and stuff him and all that good jazz. Look at his little face. His cute little face. He's so happy. Anyway. Alright, there we go. On to the last few stitches here. Let's just slip stitch there, then chain one. All right, so now we've got this much pink left of that particular section. All right. So now we'll go ahead and stuff him. Okay, there we go. Now we'll take this and sew him up just like last time. So I'll just take and weave it through here until I get to the edge. And then I have to actually sew it together. So we'll just do that. All right, getting down to the last couple of stitches. More notifications. Nothing but notifications. Oops, all notifications. Alright. Alright, so this is what we got done today. Yay, leggy frogs. So now there's 3. And now we just need a yellow. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and maybe eat something. And then maybe fill out that job application if I can like get my brain to just freaking do it, you know? So I will be seeing you in the next one. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put all this stuff back in here. Back into there. And, yeah. Just put all that back where it belongs. Oh, wait, I didn't put that with it. Anyway, yes, so that is all that I have for you today. And I appreciate everybody stopping by for however long they were able to. You never feel pressured to have to like either stay for the whole live or not watch it. Like stay for however long you can, and if you like the conversation and you can't stay, just like go back and rewatch it later. I'm gonna post it. Definitely gonna post it as long as it's like the lives here on YouTube, obviously. Like I'm not gonna repost my Twitch lives onto YouTube too. So that would be too much work for me. But anyway, so I will see you in the next one. I will not be streaming on Friday on Twitch. I will be canceling that stream. But I will be streaming again on Saturday, should be, unless I'm like super wiped out from the market. So we will see about that, and I will see you later. Have a good day. Have the day you deserve, because you've been working for it. You've earned it. And whatever it is, wherever you are, day, afternoon, evening, night, have a good one. And stay golden. Bye.